Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live Highlight in the Magic City on the Highlight channel. I'm Stu Nyman. As always, I'm joined by Andrew Bluckman, and together we will cover every point played today. Each of today's 8 games offers win, play, show, Quinella Exacta, and Trifecta wagering. We also have a daily double that begins in game 1. Play the daily double, correctly pick the winners of games 1 and 2. We have 2 pick 3s, an early pick 3 and a late pick 3. Early pick 3, games 2, 3, and 4. Late pick 3, games 6, 7, and 8. We have the high-paying High 5 jackpot, the most popular wager here at Magic City. High 5 jackpot, pick 5. Correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you do so correctly, have the only ticket that does so, you'll cash in on the High 5 for today with a $2,000 guarantee. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, or if you're in the state of Connecticut, mywinners.com. However, placing a bet not necessary in order for you to enjoy today's action. We have 2 scratches that affect games 1, 2, and 3 in today's performance. 2 scratches that affect today's first 3 games. Jeddah. Why is CRB in the announcer's booth? You are here. He's telling me he's not here. But there's this CRB-looking person squatted down, wearing a 7 jersey. He says he's Jedden. I don't believe him. So the scratches are Jedden and Flores. Once again, Jedden and Flores are scratched in all their scheduled appearances today. Let's go over those scratches. Game 1, post 1, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Lalu. Game 1, post 1, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Lalu. Game 1, post 6, scratch Flores, replace Flores with Benny. Game 1, post 6, scratch Flores, replace Flores with Benny. Game 2, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Gallo. Game 2, post 8, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Gallo. Filing Game 3, 2 scratches. Game 3, post 3, scratch Flores, replace Flores in the backcourt with Benny. Game 3, post 3, scratch Flores, replace Flores with Benny. Game 3, post 7, in the front court, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Lalu. Game 3, post 7, scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Lalu. Those are the scratches of Jedden and Flores as they affect today's performance in its entirety. With all that in mind, make your recommendations. Make your picks as soon as possible within scheduled post times. Then sit back, relax. Post time for game number 1 with its 2 scratches is now just 7 minutes away. My God, Dave Gallo is stretching. What the hell is going on? I was gone 1 day of highlight, 3 days from South Florida. And I come back to Gallo stretching and CRB in the announcer's booth. That's some strange schnit.
I don't know what's going on, Stu.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Stu.
How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How are things?
I say everything is going well. Friday was pretty smooth, I think, for the most part.
I heard there was a power outage of some kind.
Yeah, outside of the early hiccup. I'm not sure what happened there, but
I got a text message asking if I had inserted some type of devious bug into the system.
I was going to say, did you really? It's possible.
No, I did get a text. No, literally. I got a text message. Someone asked me that. It was like, no.
No.
It's like, what's his name from Khakis? No, I'm really just...
Jake from State? Yeah, no. Why would I do that?
No, I'm literally sitting in a hotel room just looking out the window.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with what's going on there right now.
But I think that really was the first time we've had that type of issue happen. And of course, it happens on a day when, we're half-staffed too. It always happens that way. But it was good, not too much of an issue, just a little bit of a delay, and then it was great highlight. Winding down the regular season here, the last couple of game days. We have a full week this week. We play Monday, not Monday, today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to do that, folks. I always say Monday, but not. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week for Battle Court. And then next week, just Tuesday and Friday. And then after that, the regular season will be over. Also for those Pelota and Pari-mutuel enthusiasts, just 3 more performances. We're playing today, Thursday, and then next Tuesday, which will be a force-out day. That will be the final day of Pelota, Tuesday, November 25th. Oh, yeah, 4 minutes to go here till we begin game number 1. And as we do before the first game of all performances, we're going to have this video that will explain the scoring format, which today, as every day, is Spectacular 7 scoring.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And we're back here now, about 3 minutes from the start of game number 1 today.
I was just chatting so enjoyably with Ikeda. He's telling me that he's relaxed.
That's good.
And in a good mood,
That's great.
which is very positive. You know, to be in a good mood and relaxed around Highline is very important.
Especially this time of year.
Exactly. Gets tense around here this time of year.
Yeah, we've got some...
Did we say hi to the folks in the chat?
no, I
There's
don't think so, Stu.
So, I don't have my reading glasses. Michael Dupuis, greetings. Steel, what does that say?
That's Mr. Kinchman. I don't know if that's... it's a different name.
We did read the scratches. They know the scratches.
Steel Wand. I don't know.
David Howard, sorry, cost you a pick. Big Daddy, greetings, Andrew and Stu. Greetings. Sorry, I can't chat today. We're sorry you can't chat today. I'm watching. Did we get a package?
No, the one he sent to the office. So I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get that if Scott comes by, but I haven't stopped by. I don't think you have either, Stu, right?
No. The office?
Yeah.
No, I very, very, very rarely go there. And only on serious business.
I've been there one time.
It's nice. It's a beautiful office.
I was there for all of... Yeah, it was probably about 15 minutes or so. But I went... This was a crazy story. About 3 years ago, we used to have... When we did the Battle Court schedule, I would edit some of the matches. And I made all these changes on a Google Sheet. And I brought it over to Scott's office. I opened up the sheet, and none of the changes saved. So I go all the way over to the office, and I'm like, Scott, I did all this work, and I had nothing. And so he wasn't like the happiest because he was a busy guy. We were just moving at that point. He's like, well, whatever it is, you got 20 minutes. Yeah, and I'm like, Scott, I did it all. Like, just give me time. I'll go back home. I promise it's done. Like, I did it. Ugh. So I don't have great juju in that building. It just didn't work. I mean, first and last time. But you always make sure if you're working on a Google Doc, make sure it is saved and you are online. Ugh.
No,
Sorry.
Always save your work. Always save your work.
That was a scary one. But I'm still here.
Shall we begin?
Yes. Game 1.
Time to begin game 1. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving red shirts of post 1. In the front court, substituting for the scratched Jedden, Lalu. In the back court, Unda. Receiving blue post 2, Cool Fitness and Manny. Lalu serves. Our first game begins. Robote forehand powerfully thrown by Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness again, lower and harder. Unda's there. That's 3-4 Cool Fitness. Lalu has it. Manny goes out, makes a snag. Lalu on the catch, backhand. Robote coming out. Robote just off the tip. First point well played and going to post 1. Lalu and Unda. Entering the court, the white shirts of post 3. Ikeda and Tennessee. Big backhand by Tennessee. Robote by Ikeda. Lalu, hard to be inside where it scores. Point 1. That'll bring to the court the green shirts of post 4. In the front court is Julian. Receiving in the back court, number 77, El Barba. Backhand by El Barba. There's a catch by Unda. Big right side by Unda. Rebote by Julian. Unda's there. Rebote forehand. Lalu takes it in the air. Powerful forehand. What a catch by El Barba. He stops the bullet. Julian on the rebote. Point 1. One with 3 points. Black shirts at post 5 now entering the court. We have Juice in the front court with Cabrera in the back. There's the backhand. Clean miss in the backcourt. Cabrera on the catch. Up high backhand on the wall. Stopped by Unda. Rebote by Juice. Wonky bounce. Unda's there. What a scoop by Cabrera. Backhand 2-all. Lalu has it on the forehand. Karen by Lalu. Is in. Point 1. 4 points for the one post. Yellow shirts of post 6 in the front court. Substituting is Benetrix in the back court. Benning. Powerful backhand by Unda. Rebote. Left side by Benetrix. A backhand 2-all by Unda. When did you start throwing those? Today? That was the first? Come to Magic City, everything gets screwed up. All right, point 1. You know, if you do that in Guernica, you know what's going to happen, right? Okay. Pink shirts at post 7. CRB and Ben receive. Point 1. Six points and a possible game point for post 1, Lalu and Unda. Trying to stop them. Arta, Gallo. Big backhand by Unda, caught by Gallo. Rebote left side. Arta makes the catch in the front court. Hard to the inside. Rebote forehand save. Beautiful catch by Arta. Arta fakes the 2-all. Switches it up. Drop shot scores. Inside placement works. Point 8. Excellent 6 straight points for the one team. Lalu and Unda. Here's a catch by Manny. Backhand follows. Rebote by Arta. Arta, powerful backhand. Cool, makes the save. Arta's there. That one's on the wall. That's a great save by Cool Fitness. Arta with the 2-all. Stopped by Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness with the carambola that scores on the second bounce. Point 2. Two on the board with 2 points. Here are the white shirts of post 3, Ikeda and Tennessee. Underserved, point 3. Green shirts of post 4, Julian and El Barba receive. Rebote forehand save by Ikeda. Rebote forehand save by Ikeda again. Julian's there, reaching out. Backhand from the 8 line. Beautiful forehand by Tennessee. El Barba takes that in the air. Forehand to the inside. Up the middle, actually. Ikeda's there. Julian in the air. Backhand from the 8. Big backhand by El Barba. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Julian's there. What a catch by Tennessee. Off the wall. Point 4. 4 with 2 points. Back and ready to receive the black of post 5, Juice and Cabrera. Beautiful pickup by El Barba. Rebote forehand, back to the inside. Cabrera's there. Backhand thrown powerfully. Rebote forehand. Karen scores. Point 4. Yellow shirts of post 6 receiving. Benetrix and Benny. Forehand save by Julian. Here's Benny. Backhand. Julian lets it pass. Plays the rebote. Benny steps into the 10 line. Backhand. Rebote forehand. Benny now from the 10 to the inside. El Barba's there. Excellent catch by El Barba. Picked that up on the bounce high on the left side. Rebote forehand save by Julian. Benetrix from the 9. Julian calls for the rebote, makes the save, light touch. Benetrix on the catch, hard throw, follows. El Barba's there. Scoop attempt tipped in the front court, point 6. 6 with 2 points. Here are the pink shirts of post 7, CRB and Ben. Oh, for serve, 0.7. So with 2 points, returning with possible game point, the red shirts of Post 1, Lalu and Unda. Powerful, powerful backhand by Unda. Swift placement stopped by CRB. Wow. CRB just wreaking havoc wherever he goes. 0.7. 7 with 4 points. Here are the purple shirts post 8. Arta and Gallo. Big bounce brought down by Ben. Ben powerfully from the forehand. Arta's there. Ben took the rebote away from CRB and missed it. 0.8. Eight with 3 points. Here's post 2. Cool Fitness and Manny. That hit the overhead screen, 0.8. Possible game point, purple shirts post 8. Arta and Gallo trying to stop the Ikeda in Tennessee. Backhand by Tennessee. Rebote. Save. Very relaxed. Arta makes the catch. Hard throw. Stopped by Kayla. Here's the backhand. 10 feet away from the ball. He's jumping on the side. Do you see the ball there? 0.3. 3 on the board with 4 points. Here's post 5. The black shirts receive. Juice and Cabrera. Scoop by Tennessee. Tennessee from the left side. Cabrera's there. Rebote. Juice got in there. Has a tip ball, 0.3. Possible game point for the white shirts at post 3. Ikeda, Tennessee, trying to stop them. Julian and El Barba. Powerful backhand by El Barba. Rebote to the inside. Ikeda makes the save. El Barba up at the 11 line. Backhand. Tennessee down low. Somehow gets up and makes the throw. Rebote save, light inside. Ikeda reads it, stops it, backhand. Tennessee forehand from the 13 line. Barba, backhand from the 11. El Barba, tremendous catch high on the left side at the 12. blocked by Ikeda. Cortada, stopped by Julian. Tennessee from the 12. Backhand. The rotate forehand, Karam. Ikeda's on it. Stops it on the outside. El Barba, tough catch on the backhand. Keeps it in play. Beautiful throw by Tennessee. El Barba up the middle. Ikeda has it on the forehand. Low and hard. Beautiful catch by Julian. Oh, tipped at the back wall. 0.4. Four with 6 points and a possible game point. Trying to stop them, the yellow shirts of post 6. Benetrix and Benny. Julian, big backhand from the 10 line, and Benny's there. El Barba from the 11. Rebote forehand. Benetrix from the 9. Low and hard. Tipped in the front court, 0.6. Six with 4 points, returning with possible game point. The red shirts of post 1. Lalu and Unda. Unda, great catch off a hard serve by Benetrix. Launches the backhand. Rebote forehand by Benetrix. Passes. Rebote saved by Lalu. Benny on the catch. Lalu, backhand to the inside. Benny's there. Backhand from the 11 line. Unda up high. Backhand from the 11. Rebote for Benetrix. Makes a save. Bullet up the middle. Stopped by Unda. Rebote saved by Benetrix with the big bounce. Floater. Unda got it. Interference ruled. The point will be replayed. A lot of activity going on there. 6 with 4 points is serving. Possible. 4. Post 1. Unda on the catch. Rebote by Lalu. Benny on the bounce. Unda calls for it. Has a tip ball. 0.6. Possible game point. Yellow shirts post 6. Benetrix and Benny trying to stop them. CRB and Ben. Good effort by Ben to try to save that. Point a game, post 6, Benetrix and Benny. 3, 4, and 1 play off for second and third place. 3 first serves, 2, 4. My, that serve came fast. I mean, that was a fast serve. It's amazing. Outside serve, stopped by El Barba. Drop shot. Caught by Ikeda. Ikeda fixed the Karam. El Barba, tip ball. Back 13 line, 0.3. 3 shows, 1 serves to 4. Hold up. 1 serves to 4. This is Show Point. What a catch by El Barbo. In. One shows. Unofficial order finish, 6-3-1. Your price will be up in a moment. Wow. 6-3-1. Results from game one are official coming in first, post 6. Benetrix and Benny taking second, post 3. Ikeda and Tennessee coming in third, post 1. Lalu and Unda, both Lalu and Benetrix were subbing in that game. $2 Quinella 3-6, $23. The trifecta 6-3-1, 96.80. Jello wager on 6 to win, 960. The first half of the daily double, the number 6. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 2. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There's 1 scratch. Game 2, post 8. Scratch. Jedden. Replace Jedden with Gallo. Game 2, post 8. Scratch Jedden. Replace Jedden with Gallo. Post time. Just about 6 minutes away. Good luck. So, yes, 7 possible game points. And yeah, that game was something else. And yeah, that serve was really something else. Addison SM, good afternoon. Stu or Andrew. So I guess that's either or. Andrew's feverishly writing. Where does a Connecticut guy like Benny learn his highlights? So, Benny is the younger brother of Douglas. That is Matthew and Ben Langhans. Their father played professionally in first in Florida and then finished his career in Milford, but that didn't have any direct impact on them because they both basically, the older brother Matt was born either the year the father retired or after he retired, so they didn't grow up with him playing highlight. But maybe with some stories about it. And then they all relocated to North Carolina. So as part of rehabbing a baseball shoulder in late adolescence, Matt, or Douglas, basically went into the backyard batting cage with his father, tied on a highlight cesta, and started throwing the ball in a batting cage. And the rest is pretty much well history. Father got them started about the same time that the Magic City program was starting, with players who had no experience. And about a third of our original players remain with the program. And then we gradually filled in over the years. And you're asking how that compares to the Spanish and French systems. So Benetrix is French. And the difference is that this sport comes from the Basque Country. So whereas we have baseball fields, So whereas we have baseball courts and tennis courts and basketball courts, we can play pickup games pretty much well everywhere. The Basque Country of Spain and France basically is littered with both indoor and outdoor, and I don't mean littered, but I mean there are indoor and outdoor frontons basically all around where people can pick up the various ball sports, which is handball, a form of pala, like a racquetball, or a highlight. So it's more indigenous to that area, much more easy to pick up. You want to pick it up in the United States, you really have to be in Florida or Connecticut. Yes, Rex, Stan has definitely gotten much better, no question about it. The improvement of the players overall, I mean, Stan does come from some highlight background. I mean, he was born over there and played it on an amateur basis, but then followed an academic path. So this just gave him a chance to try it. Otherwise, he would have never had an opportunity to play professional highlight. But still had that exposure. Whereas you take a Douglas Abene, a CRB, a Jed and a Ben, Tennessee, these guys are completely organic, how they came into the program. So everything was good while I was gone. You know, I missed Friday night.
Everything was good, Stu. I was going to say, did you have a good time?
I did. In fact, I think the next game, which gives us 8 minutes, maybe I'll talk a little bit about my trip.
Okay.
Because, you know, I called you, actually.
Did you?
I did. Went straight to voicemail. So there is a 3-hour time difference. The reason why I called you is I was flying solo one night that I was out there. And I don't mean actually flying a plane solo. I was just flying solo. And the funniest thing happened. It was one of those things that is just, it's like bad, but all you can do is laugh. And I'm like, literally, of anyone who might be up, Andrew is the only one who could appreciate this. And I called you, went straight to voicemail, and I said not to leave you a voicemail because unless you heard it in the moment, you just have to picture me
Saturday
in an unexpected, awkward situation. And
hey, Scott,
it was hilarious. I thought it was, or at least I laughed. That was my response to it.
1:06 a.m. I didn't even.
That was your time, 1:06 a.m. Yeah, over there.
Wow.
That's when the disaster happened.
Sleep.
That's when the disaster happened. We'll talk about it after the next game.
Yeah, we can do that.
Hi, Scott. Scott's here. He's smiling, which is usually a good sign, but not always.
0 minutes on the clock. Let's play game number 2.
We're ready to begin our second game. It is a spectacular 7. Singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving red shirt post 1 is Cool Fitness. Receiving blue post 2, Juice. There's the serve. We begin. Big backhand. That took off. That hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. Point 2. White shirt, post 3. El Barber receives. There's a backhand by El Barba. Robote, save, missed, point 3. Green shirt at post 4, Tennessee receives. Okay. Oh, point 4. Black shirt at post 5, CRB. Robote save. CRB's there. CRB with the 2-all. Great effort by Tennessee. He got up, almost got there. 0.5. Yellow shirt at post 6. Cicada receives. Cicada from the 11 line, low and hard. Scoop attempt is tipped. Point 6. Pink shirt up post 7. Ben receives. Ben on the catch. Here's the backhand. Ben up high. Good stop. Backhand from the 11 line. It's a good snag by Ikeda. Big backhand, a little too big. That hit the overhead screen. 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirt to post 8, Gallo. Gallo gets up there to make the catch. Powerful forehand follows. Rebote by Ben inside. Scoop by Gallo. 0.8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return. The red of post 1. Cool Fitness. Point 1. Cool Fitness has 2 points. He's serving to the blue of post 2. Juice. It's a good catch by Juice. Nice backhand. Cool Fitness on the catch at the 11. Point 1. 4 points for Cool Fitness. He's serving. It's the white shirt of post 3, worn by El Barba. Rebote forehand. Too hard. That hit out of play. 0.3. Green shirt of post 4, Tennessee receives. Still not for you? Backhand by Tennessee. Ball tip. 0.4. For 3 points, here's post 5, black shirt. CRB. There's a backhand by Tennessee. Rebote, forehand. Long cortada from the 11 line and the outside of the court. No, no, no. 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 0.5. I had to. CRB, good catch. There's the backhand. Rebote forehand by Keita. CRB takes that on the bounce. Keita takes it in the air. Forehand to the inside. Rebote forehand up high. CRB's there, winding up. 2-all to score, 0.5. Possible game point for the black shirt post 5. That's CRB. Trying to stop him is Ben in the pink of post 7. Hover serve. 0.7. Play continues. Gallo receives. Bend to the inside. Gallo, good snag. Backhand from the 9. Point 7. Possible game point for Ben in the Pinka. Post 7 trying to stop him is Juice. Over serve. Point 2. Two with 3 points. Receiving with 4 points. Post 1, Cool Fitness. Powerful throw to the inside. Juice for the rebote. That's up. To the outside. Cool Fitness. Good read. Good catch. Hard throw. It scores. Point 1. Possible game point for the red shirt at post 1. Cool Fitness. Trying to stop him. El Barba. Point and game, his first win of a singles game. Game 2 here for Cool Fitness. Congratulations. 1 wins it, 5 serves to 7. Playoff 4, second and third. That's all we want for you, Cool. Win one every now and then. Every day if possible. Ben, be careful. CRB sneaky. There's a backhand by Ben. Catch by CRB. CRB keeps it low. Ben's there. Powerful backhand by Ben. CRB takes off looking for the rebote. 2-ball rebote with a light touch. Go figure. 5 places, 7 shows. 1-5-7. Unofficial order finish for game 2. And the real dealio. I can answer that one pretty quickly. Are there any bote correos? Yes, there are definitely bote correos and bote prontos. There are all the things, arrimadas, everything that we said traditionally in highlight. However, since 2018, ownership of this program has requested that we translate everything as best possible to English in attracting more viewers. So bote corredo is a little hard to, when you see it. It happens all the time. But a little difficult for some people, especially the casual highlight viewer who might be watching to understand. 1-5-7, official order finish for game 2. Early daily double, 6-1, $90.80. A $2 wager on 1 to win, $11.20. $2 Quinella, 1-5, $49.80. Trifecta, 1-5-7, $8.42.60. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 3. It is a spectacular 7. Doubles match, play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. 2 scratches, game 3. Post 3 in the backcourt. Scratch Flores, replace Flores with Benny. Game 3, post 7 in the front court. Scratch Jedden, replace Jedden with Lalu. Plus time for Game 3, which begins the High Five jackpot for today with a $2,000 guarantee. Now just 7 minutes. Good luck. And Ernesto on the track, could you please translate a cortada not for you? I literally translate it while, if I say it, usually in battle court, I'll usually, why Ernesto, all these years later, I mean, he's gotten nicer, but still just kind of.
be busting your chops a bit.
You can say it, YouTube, go ahead, say it. He's busting my balls.
All right.
We're getting ready to finish this up. Yeah, I don't need my balls busted. Not at this age. You're laughing.
There's a lot I could do with that. I'm just gonna.
No, I'll give it to you.
Stu,
Right.
How was your weekend? Tell me. You say.
So let's talk about a weekend. Andrew, I'm going to give you a piece of advice, which I hope comes in handy at some point in your life.
Yeah.
Do not.
It doesn't have to do with busting balls, right? No.
In the area.
Okay. All right. I'm in.
Do not have a prostate biopsy
Okay. Yeah.
and then fly cross country. The two things just don't mix. And I knew that they might not. But I tried to prepare for it. And we did. My doctor was generous. We had the pain intervention conversation, what could get me through 4.5 hours plus a little other time, to get comfortably in a hotel over there. And he said, I said, no, I can't put this trip off. Can't happen. Not going to happen. And so that's the first piece of advice I can get you. So you don't have anything done with the prostate.
Yeah.
And then fly cross country. Just don't.
Is there a time? What's the date?
Yeah, probably a year afterward.
Year?
Yeah. Don't do anything for a year after. Nothing.
Safely.
Exactly. Just don't do anything. So that's the first thing. Second of all, I had a great trip. I had a fantastic trip. Let me call the practice.
Please, yeah.
Switch. 5-6. So, as we know, I'm a Herb Alpert fan, and I saw Herb Alpert in his final performance of this series, which was sold out at the Dolby Theater in L.A. And it was amazing. 38 sold out shows in a row. 38 sold out shows in a row. It was absolutely fantastic. So I had seen him, by myself in Kansas City, and this time I went with a friend. And a friend out there in California, and a friend from Chicago.
Yeah.
And I will say this, that thing that they say about people from the Midwest being nice. Sean is a nice guy.
Yeah. All right.
He's a bright guy. Master's degree. Working hard in his field, and just good things happening, good people is a nice thing to see. And so he agreed to accompany me on the trip. And well, not on the trip. He lives out there,
Yeah.
but he agreed to accompany me to the concert. And yes, by far he was, I think, by 20 years the youngest person there.
Yeah.
But with over 2,000, it's to be expected. So that was great.
Yeah.
And so now, why did I call you?
Yeah.
Okay, so in a moment I'm going to show Andrew a picture. You're not going to be able to see it out there. But suffice to say that, if I'm going out, which is very rare as we know, I want to look, I want to look like I paid attention to how I look before I leave the house. Not coming to work necessarily, but,
That's fine. Yeah, right.
if I'm going to go somewhere, especially the Dolby Theater in L.A., and there's, it's where they hold the Academy Awards.
Right.
It's like so.
It's a nice spot.
Exactly. So, switch 7-8. Part of that is if you're going also standing next to someone, and you have ogre qualities, and they have, let's face it, Sean's freaking gorgeous, right? So you notice the difference. Long story short, I go out there with a beard wash that gets rid of the dye in my beard.
Yeah.
That gets rid of the gray in my beard.
Okay.
Okay? It does not travel well. I did not know that until the night before the concert when I didn't travel with it in its metal tube that it comes in, but put it into a polyurethane tube and got out there and did my little routine before bed, which happens a couple times, a week, where you're going to throw something in your beard to make it look brown like the rest of my hair. Yeah. Because in all seriousness, I don't have a lot of gray, as you know. No. But yeah, my beard is white. Black comes shooting out of the tube all over all over the sink, the towel that was sitting there, my toiletries, everything else. And all I could do was just sit back and laugh. And you know what?
Yeah.
We took a nice picture together. We had a great time. It didn't make a difference, and it didn't even enter into the conversation. All that worry and effort over bullshit.
Right.
That's the lesson. So 2 lessons there. Don't worry about the color of your beard. And 2, do not do anything after a prostate biopsy. Got it?
2 useful pieces of advice. Thank you.
Then we'll show you the picture here in a minute.
Yeah, we'll see. Is it of a disaster or just a good picture of the event?
No, it's a rare. I think it's the first ever picture of myself and a friend.
Yeah.
And by friend, I do mean friend. There's no euphemism there. He's just a great friend, great person, and real happy for his success. Yeah. Something about you people from Chicago. Can't figure it out.
Yeah. I'm still searching for it, so I don't know. Game number 3. Let's begin the high five. Good luck.
With that happy note, time to begin game number 3, Spectacular 7. Doubles match, plays 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Tues serves. Artigallo receive. Here's a catch. Oh, Arta crossed. And Cabrera did not kill him, which is a good thing. Scoop by Juice. Ball tipped sidewall, point 2. White shirts, post 3. Benetrix and Benny receive. There's a backhand by Benny. Robote. Ball tipped. Point 3. Green shirts post 4. Here's CRB and Ben. Benetrix on the catch, backhand. Robote. Scoop. Missed. Point 3. Black shirts at post 5 receiving Ikeda and Tennessee. Ernesto, no pictures for the... I wouldn't share pictures of my personal life in the group. You're watching highlight. There's one picture in particular. Robote left side. Inside placement. There's the backhand. Catch by Tennessee. Benny on the catch. Forehand straight back. Tennessee takes it off the wall behind the 12 line. Scoop by Ikeda. Cortada. Stopped by Benetrix. Ikeda in the catch. Backhand from the 9. Benny gets that forehand off. It's to the outside. Ikeda's looking on it. Sends it to the inside. Benny's there. Backhand. Powerful forehand rebote. Caught by Tennessee. Beatrix takes it on the bounce. Forehand back to pass. Caught by Tennessee at 13. Beatrix takes that on the bounce. Hard to the inside. Tennessee. Clutch catch back against the wall. That forehand. Difficult play from the sidewall. Great effort by Tennessee. Well played by Ikeda in Tennessee. Point 3. 3 with 3 points. Here's post 6. Cool Fitness and Manny. Ball tipped off the scoop, point 3. 3 with 4 points, here's post 7. Lalu and Unda. Powerful, powerful backhand by Unda. Caught by Benny. Benny launches one. Rebote. Forehand. Caught by Benny. Big bounce. Karam lands in and scores. That's well thrown. Point 3. 3 with 5 points. Here's post 8 to complete the first round of play. Julin and El Barba. El Barba on the catch. There's the backhand. Ooh. Benetrix at the side wall. Rebote forehand. Stays to the outside. That ball is tipped. Point 8. First round's completed. All matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the red of post 1, Juice and Cabrera. Cabrera on the catch. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Rebote for Julin. Point 8. 3 points for the 8 team. Blue post 2, Artangalo. Rebote forehand. Art on the catch. Point 8. Straight points to a possible game point for the purple shirts at post 8. Julian and El Barba trying to stop them. CRB and Ben. Ben advances to make the catch. Here's the backhand from the 8. Point and a perfect game for the purple shirts at post 8. Julian and El Barba. No playoff here. 3 places, 2 shows. 8-3-2. Unofficial order of finish. Results from Game 3 are official. Coming in first, post 8. Julian and El Barba. They had a perfect game. Taking second, post 3. Benetrix and Benny. Coming in third, post 2. Arta and Gallo. A3-2, the official order finished for Game 3. Oh, that's the wrong camera. Yeah, that's definitely not the camera we want to show the prices on. Can I have the view of the prices? If you give me the view of the prices, I'll read them. There we go. That's trade-off. Thank you so much. A3-2, official order finish. $2 Quinello, 3-8, $30. Trifecta 8-3-2, 404.60. $2 wager on the 8 to win, 20.60. Up next, Game 4, a spectacular 7. Singles match, play to 7 points. Points double after the first round play. Post time for Game 4. Now, just about 6 minutes away. Good luck. So, Andrew, how were things when I was gone?
Everything was good, Stu.
Now, would you like to see an uncharacteristic picture of me smiling?
That's what I was going to ask.
Well, I don't think it's so much smiling, just an uncharacteristic picture of me seeming just perfectly content in the moment.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not a... It's as good of a smile as we could get, or close to a smile as we get. It looks good, Stu. That's a nice...
It's a nice picture, right?
Yeah, but it's a nice jacket. Good
well,
look.
Well,
yeah.
now there is one. That jacket is older than both of us, actually. There is one, and I'm not big on these things, but that was the venue.
Is there? So the balcony doesn't overhang that much, but it just goes up pretty high, or does it?
Oh, the balcony's like at the back.
Right. Okay, that's what it looks
like. The
like.
balcony was back. It's like a big floor area, and then the balconies go up. Well, let's see what it is.
Yeah, you can see in the back there.
First balcony, second balcony, third. Yeah, I think there's 3 balconies, and the third balcony is like super, super high. Yeah, and then what's funny is when the So yes, saw Herb Alpert, and if anyone is following their Instagram page, which I'm sure you're not, but that's okay. When they take like the picture at the end of them on stage with people in the here, so when they do that,
yeah,
you can come in.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm with you here. That's you? Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I hate to get excited about something like that. Oh no, second row.
Yeah, those aren't. Yeah,
second row. No,
that's great.
Second row. No, if you're going to do something like that, it part of the experience of that in particular is this is someone whose the career has been going on continuously since the late 50s, and it incorporates if anybody is interested, I highly recommend the documentary Herb Alpert Is. Herb Alpert Is. It's on Prime, and it's definitely worth it. This is a guy, basically, what I like about the story is not just the music, but the fact that he's lived life well and thought about, you know, if I could be a music producer, have a production, whatever, and created A&M Records with one partner on a handshake deal. Yeah. The largest private record label ever created and the largest private sale of a record label ever consummated in 1990. Crazy. And then became an artist with paint and sculpture. Everything he touches turns to gold, and he's given the majority of it away to charities.
Yeah, right.
It's just this great. It's just this great story. I'm blessed to be doing this. Thought they'd do a couple concerts at 90, and then they started selling out. And then they added more and more and more and more. And I'm hearing in my head, yeah, that was this concert was supposed to be the last of the series, but they've added a few concerts through June of 2026. And then he said Friday, he said, that's it. he said that's it. I appreciate it. It's you know, it's more than I ever expected. But, so yeah, to sit right in front of him when he's telling these stories, literally about 15 feet in front of him, is really part of the experience.
Amazing. Oh, it's a great story.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, it's good. You seem happy. You're talking about it. That's good.
Yeah, and I don't do a lot. I don't do a lot of these things generally. So you put Sean together with that, stayed in a nice place. It was all good.
Great stuff, Stu. Game number 4. Hi. Back to some singles.
We're ready to begin game 4. It is a spectacular. Welcome to Highland. Spectacular 7 singles match. Plays 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Etchbury serving. Julian's receiving. There's a serve. We begin. Point 2. Receiving the white shirt at post 3, Lalu. Greetings, La Machina. Hope all is well. Rebote forehand by Lalu. Point 3. Green shirt, post 4. Goanaga receives. Rebote forehand. Well played by Lalu. Goanaga with the carom. Lalu reads it, gets out there to stop it. Powerful forehand, caught in the air by Goanaga. Low hard shot to the inside will score. Well played, point 4. Black shirt at post 5, Manny receives. Mr. Schumann, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Here's a backhand by Manny. Goanaga makes the catch. Rebote, big bounce. Forehand play at the side wall. Goanaga has it to 7. Low and hard to the inside. Rebote save. Drop shot. Will score, point 4. For 2 points, here is the yellow shirt of post 6, worn by Hyro. Here's the backhand by Hyro. Robote. Excellent shot by Goenaga. Hyro moves in. Backhand goes wall to wall. Robote forehand by Goenaga. Passes. Two all by Hyro. I think he's thrown 2 this year, this season. Wow. Three? Did they all score? Okay. 0.6. Benny receives. Pink of post 7. Robote forehand powerfully thrown by Hyro. Benny on the Robote. Trying to get that big bounce. Hyro makes the catch. Going hard to the inside. Benny's there. Robote forehand. Took off. Hit the overhead screen. 0.7. Purple shirt at post 8. Arta receives. Over serve, 0.8. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return the red of post 1, Etcheberry. Point 8. Returning, blue of post 2, Julian. Backhand by Julian. That's in play. 0.2. Two with 3 points. Here's post 3, Lalu. Backhand by Lalu. Robote, forehand. Save with a light touch. Lalu gets up there, gets it off in time. Great effort by Lalu. 0.2. Two with 5 points. Possible game point for Julian. Trying to stop him, Manny. Ball tipped at the 11 line. 0.5. Play continues. 5 with 2 points. Here's post 4 in the green shirt, Goenaga. Rotate forehand. Ball tipped to the sidewall, point 4. For 4 points, here's post 6, high row. Rotate forehand. Higher on the stop. Point 4. Possible game point for Goanaga in the green at post 4, trying to stop him, Benny. Excellent catch by Goanaga at the sidewall. He launches his backhand. Benny on the rotate to the inside. Scoop by Goanaga. Rotate forehand. Goanaga has it on the right side. Going hard to the inside. Will score for the win. Point in game, post 4, Goanaga. No playoff here. 2 places, 8 shows. 4-2-8 unofficial order of finish for game 4. Results are official coming in first. Post 4. Goanaga taking second, post 2. Julian coming in third, post 8. Arta. 4-2-8, the official order finish for game 4. There are your prices. $2 quinella, first and second in any order, 2-4, 21.60. Trifecta, 4-2-8, 504 even. $2 wager on 4 to win, $15.40. Early pick 3, 184, 2 of 3 numbers, 87.40. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 5, a spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points, points doubling after the first round play. There are no scratches in game 5. Post time. 8 minutes. Good luck. Rotate forehand saved by Jed into the outside. Ben reads it, stops it on the forehand. It's crossing the sidewall, dropping. What a save by Cabrera. Douglas makes the catch on the forehand. Going for the play to the outside. Great save by Lalu. We begin. Rotate forehand. Drop shot by Kubala. That's sneaky. Robote to the inside, very much to the inside. Robote save, down low. Catch by Arrutia, back to the inside. Nicholas chases it, goes for the set. It's a blind save, beautifully played. Robote forehand, up the middle, caught by Julin. Karam by Julin, stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas goes high and hard, the 3-wall play. Julin, beautiful Robote save. 2 bounces, it scores. Big backhand by Arta. Robote to the inside, saved by Ikeda. Flores on the forehand. Bradley going for a difficult Robote makes a tremendous save from the 12 line. Fake Karam, inside placement. Alex chased the Robote down. This is in play. Lands inside and scores. Douglas on the catch. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Robote coming out. That ball died coming off the back wall. Douglas makes a great save. Robote kicks out to the 6th line. Douglas is there, sends it inside. Arrutia, Robote, low and hard. Douglas has it. Back to the inside it goes. Scoop attempt miss. Robote. That's in play. Costado with a light touch is stopped by Cabrera on the forehand. Man, he gets to this. Robote makes a diving save. He's up.
And folks, that top 10 takes us about 2 minutes from the start of game number 5.
Michelle Brunel, yes, you're going to be able to hear the announcing in February, absolutely. The only thing that's not going, we're not going to have Pelotas, so we're not going to have the chat up for us to interact with you.
That's the only change. No Pelota, no chat. But outside of that, the announcing staff will remain.
We think. I mean,
I guess that's true.
There are always those surprise meetings that come up every now and then. That.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know for sure.
I mean, I haven't heard anything. Andrew's.
No, I don't know.
Andrew's vastly overqualified for this.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna. Because I'm out. Once the season's over, I'm gone. So I can imagine I come back and be like, oh, what have you done to help set? Oh, nothing? Okay.
That is so fun. That is so funny. So we have a major move coming up. All hands on deck. Andrew says, I have this.
Not these hands.
I have this cruise coming up. That.
My only thing is if there was something that needed to be done that should have been articulated last year at this time, because I have the same trips every year. No, it's true. I mean, I go on a golf trip at the end of the year, then I go on a family trip, then I celebrate the holidays, and then it's the new year, and then,
Andrew, I'm playing. I don't
No,
have,
Stu, I know.
You know I have zero issues. You have zero issues. You have one job at Miami Highline, and you know what that is. That's between us. To make sure that no one says that thing if it happens.
Game number 5. So we got the late doubles closing up next Tuesday. Right now, we have Jairo Manu in first place, 7 wins. Goanaga Nicholas in second with 6. And then Benetrix and Douglas with 5. Urrutia Cabrera 4. Alex and Julian with 3. Those are the really only contending teams. Top 2 will get a bonus prize.
Ready to begin game 5. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match. Jairo serves. Alex and Julian are receiving. Jairo serves. Our game has begun. Manu on the rebote. Julian takes it on the bounce at the 10 line. Alex makes a save at the side wall. Jairo's there. Julian makes a stop on the forehand at the 12. Jairo, backhand from the 8. Excellent save by Alex. In and out of the cesta. Point 1. Receiving the white shirts of post 3 goes Sherry in the front court with Ben in the back. Ben makes a stop on the forehand. Jairo from the 8 line. Here's a backhand by Jairo. He goes wall to wall from the left side. Rebote. Ben on the catch, backhand from the 12. Kusheri to the inside. Manu advances, backhand from the 9. Rebote left side for the high bounce. Manu steps up, takes it on the forehand. Right side, played straight back. Ben's there. Great catch. Backhand from the 11. Two all. Stopped by Jairo. Jairo powerfully from the forehand. Gosheri reads the rebote perfectly. What a catch by Jairo. Great read. Ben keeps the point going. Backhand from the 11. Manu now from the 10. Big backhand by Manu. Rebote coming out. Another powerful backhand by Ben. Manu from the 12 line. Rebote left side by Gauchetti. Hiro moves in. Powerful forehand. This one scooped up. Drop shot. Dropped onto the pad. Well played by all 4 players. Point 1. Receiving the green shirts of post 4. Lalu and Aratz. Excellent catch by Aratz. There's the backhand. Manu's there. Manu now from the 10 line. Two all, stopped by Hiro. Point 1. Three points for the one post. Black shirts at post 5. Iturbide and Gallo receive. So, Andrew, I know you're several years away from that prostate tidbit, but take my word for it, okay?
It's noted.
Okay, make sure you note
put
it.
a reminder in.
Yeah, I don't want you to be sitting there in 30 years or so going, God, this plane.
Stu was right.
God, this plane. Stu was right. Here's a backhand by Manu. Powerful backhand by Manu. Stopped by Gallo. Hiro midcourt. Backhand. Difficult catch by Manu on the side wall. Fine throw after by Gallo. Gallo makes a catch in the air, comes over the top. Picada. Manu saves the rebote. That's beautiful. Gallo comes out to make the rebote. Rebote inside. Big bounce brought down by Manu. Manu sends it back from the forehand. Point 1. One with 4 points. Here's post 6, the yellow shirts. Iñaki and Unda. Unda on the catch, backhand. Manu's there. What a catch. Rotate forehand. Powerful backhand by Unda. Rebote to the 4 line. Beautiful catch by Unda. Big backhand follows. Unda again, this time from the 11 line. Low and hard. Manu comes out, makes the save. Rebote left side by Iñaki, caught by Jairo. Jairo powerfully from the forehand. It scores. Point one. One with 5 points. Receiving in the pink shirts of post 7, Benetrix and Douglas. That backhand gets away from Douglas, hit the overhead screen, point one. Jairo and Manu have gone straight points to a possible game point. Trying to stop them. Arrutia and Cabrera, purple at post 8. Manu powerfully from the backhand. Rebote coming out. Arrutia, forehand Rebote. Manu from the 8. Cabrera's there. Backhand by Manu to the inside. Rebote dropping. Saved by Arrutia. Rebote left side by Arrutia. Manu for the Rebote. What a catch by Manu at the side wall. Ball tipped. Excellent 6 straight points for the one team. Jairo and Manu. This point goes to the 8. Play continues. We've completed our first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return the blue at post 2, Alex and Julian. Cabrera on the catch. Here's the backhand. Point 2. 2 with 2 points. Here's post 3. Osheri and Ben. Ben on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 11 line. Ben moves to the outside to make the catch. Forehand. Alex. Rebote left side. Big bounce to the inside. Good catch by Ben. Julian's there. Forehand from the 11. Alex on the backhand. Catch by Ben. Almost. That was low. Point 2. Two with 4 points. Here's post 4. Rebote, split placement, caught in the air by Lalu. Hard to the inside with the Costado. Cortada, read by Aratz, stopped by Aratz. Here's the backhand. Ball opens and scores point 2. Possible game point, blue shirts at post 2. Alex and Julian trying to stop them. Iturbide and Gallo. Point and game, post 2. Alex and Julian. No playoff here. 1 places, 8 shows. 2-1-8. Unofficial order of finish for game 5. Results from game 5 are official as posted. Coming in first, post 2. Alex and Julian taking second, post 1. Jairo Manu coming in third, post 8. Arrutia and Cabrera. $2 Quinella, 1-2, $20.80. Trifecta, 2-1-8, $3.57 even. Cello wager on 2 to win, $7.40. Up next, game 6, Spectacular 7. Scoring. No scratches in game 6. Game 6 does begin the late pick 3. Post time for game 6. About 6 minutes away. Good luck. Let's see. What's going on in the chat? Remember, folks, now's the chance to ask your questions. Only, 3 days left, including today?
Including today. So
including today.
So like 2 and a third.
Including today. So I just want you to know, I didn't commit you to anything, but I did throw something out into the ether.
Yeah.
You know, I know far better than to commit you to anything. Except a psychiatric hospital. Such a bad joke. So.
It's the only place I need to go.
I would. No, you really don't. Believe me. Especially now. Especially now. No, you're
beginning. Yeah.
So I sent a message to our old friend Nate from the Fan Levitard show.
Yeah.
And, you know, he had said that he had stepped away for a little bit and doing some different things. And so...
Well, I saw he was back.
So I posted in a DM. I slid into his DMs. Get it? See, I'm with it? I'm with it. I'm hip. That's what you kids say, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You slid?
Thanks,
okay.
I appreciate it. It's that beard dye. Tanya, change the color of the beard, changes your outlook on everything. So, a month, WTF, Nate, 3 exclamation points to really get that point across.
Yeah.
Kidding, obviously. Hope you're well. How about a joint Andrew Stew appearance?
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
No,
the look on Andrew's face at hearing that was like,
so distracted.
I mean,
I was totally spaced
in all
out.
seriousness, I may have just told him that I couldn't, like, I'm the valet guy and we can't find his car keys. That's the look that he just gave me.
I was so spaced out.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bleckman. We can't find your car or your keys. That's the look on your face right now. No enthusiasm, no hey, no disgust, which I appreciate.
I thought there was more. Okay.
That's it.
But what did he say?
Oh.
No,
Yeah, we should.
I'm always in. I thought
Would
there was
love to
more.
have you
Okay.
guys on.
Okay.
I was ramping up to get some guests, and then life got crazy. Things have settled down now, so hoping to get some regular episodes out.
All right. In.
Because I think you and I doing it together would be fun.
I agree. That would be a lot of fun.
And it's one of those things where, because obviously we have 2 different, Andrew and I have 2 different versions of the same thing. Don't F with our time away from the building. It's like, our time away from the building, it's like, if I need to be locked away in a room somewhere, I need to be in that room. Or I need to, whatever, don't make plans for me. So this is one of those things where we can, like, from wherever we are, we can, like...
Easy enough to do, right?
Exactly. So, there's that.
So was there any further dialogue about a day or okay.
No further dialogue from that. And then I realized he lives in California, doesn't he?
You were right there. He just showed up at his house. Hey, Nate.
That would have been. There was time for it, but that would have been a bit weird. I don't like what you said about so and so. Oh shoot!
I'm here.
I'm really not that intimidating. It depends.
Well, it's funny you say that because I just saw Nate post something.
Yeah.
And it had to be on Instagram that there was a new episode up.
Okay.
So I didn't know that there was such a layoff, but the Cyclones have been playing great. They're locked into the playoffs, so there's no time like the present to get those, get the information out and those episodes up. So I'm in, Stu.
All right, terrific. Let's say we'll push Nate a little bit. So there's a question here from Addison wanting to know how long did it take. So the organic development of Highlight pretty much will follow the same path. When I was first asked how long it would take to take someone from scratch, it's like I didn't give my opinion, I gave my experience, which was that in the Highlight School, parents who would go to Highlight Frontons would see an advertisement in the bottom of their program in Connecticut and Florida that said free lessons at, typically in Miami, and then, and the ones in Connecticut were sufficiently together. And so let's say that in 1990, in January, 30 kids entered the program. So of those 30 kids, by year 3, you would know who had Highlight capabilities that might be going in the direction of a professional contract. Right. 10 kids would have dropped out because they just didn't like it. Some other kids would be coming and going as they, it's just like sometimes they like to play and sometimes they don't. They'll pick it up for amateur or something like that. And that's about how it ran here. So it was by the third or fourth year. It's by the third or fourth year. Not for Douglas. Douglas and Benny both were fast tracked. I didn't have anything to do with the fast tracking. They fast tracked themselves. But that is 3 to 5 years of significant amateur play, competitive amateur play before you would even consider being professional, unless you have some uncanny natural ability, which does happen once every 10, 15 years in Highlight. That's about it. Douglas serves, we begin. This is game 6. Backhand by Rotz. Rotate forehand. Caught by Rotz. 2-all. Out. Point 1. White shirt, post 3, Alex receives. Ball tipped. Point 1. Douglas with 2 points. Green shirt to post 4, Arutia. Point 1. 3 points for Douglas in the red of post 1. Receiving, black of post 5. Go Sherry. Difficult catch by Go Cherry down low. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Douglas. Two all. Caught the pad. Point 5. Receiving. Yellow shirt to post 6. Manu. Django 5151 tuning in from Tulsa. Highlight has some history with Tulsa. Rather significant history with Tulsa. Not the sport, more the storyline. Ball tipped, 0.5. Pink shirt to post 7, Iñaki receives. Well, despite that, the horrible stuff that happened in 1980, but the Wheeler family went on to own, were based in Tulsa, Oklahoma, went on to own Highlight for another 20 years. World Highlight. Scoop by Iñaki. That ball hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. Or roughly 17 years, I believe it was. Bye with 3 points. Here's post 8. Eat your B-Day. Django, I don't know that there was ever Highline in Kansas City. There was in St. Louis, but that was in 1904. Powerful rebote turned inside, goes off the tip of Iturbide Cesta. That's 0.5. Gosheri with 4 points as we complete the first round of play. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, Arats. So yes, in St. Louis World's Fair 1904, and they played for kind of hit and miss after that for a few years. At the Winter Garden, I believe it was called. The Winter Garden. It's also a skating rink. Rebote forehand by Arats. Scoop. Missed. 0.5. Gosheri's gone straight points to a possible game point here. Trying to stop him, the white of post 3, Alex. Rebote forehand by Alex. Back to the inside. Gosheri's there. A low, hard bullet. Rebote forehand to the outside is out of play. Point in game, post 5. Gosheri, perfect game. 5 wins at 1 places. 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, and 3. Pair off and playoff for 3rd place. 4 first serves to 6. Chula scores 0.6. 7 serves to 8. Powerful backhand by Iturbide. Rebote forehand by Iñaki. Iñaki takes it on the bounce. Karam scores 0.7. 2 now serves to 3. The winner of this point meets 6 and 7 in the playoff 4 show. Rebote left side. Caught by Arats. Arats to the inside. Ball tipped. 0.2. 6, 7, and 2 playing off for 3rd place. 6 serves to 7. Manu on the catch. Drop shot. Inaki takes off. Point 6. Possible show point for post 6. Manu trying to stop him. Post 2. Arat. This backhand by Arat's caught by Manu. Manu goes deep. Robote. Point and show. Post 6. Manu. 5-1-6. Unofficial order finish for game number 6. We've just been notified of a late scratch. You may have seen Alex looking stiffer and stiffer as that game went on. He is now scratched. So as we look at game 7 and 8. Game 7, post 4, scratch Alex. Replace Alex with Benetrix. Game 7, post 4, scratch Alex. Replace Alex with Benetrix. Game 8, post 7. Game 8, post 7, scratch Alex, replace Alex with Iñaki. Game 8, post 7, scratch Alex, replace Alex with Iñaki. Here are your prices from Game 6, $2 Quinella 1.5, 16.40. Trifecta 516, 277.80. $2 wager on 5 to win, 820. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Game 7, spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. 1 scratch. A late scratch for Game 7, post 4. Take out Alex, replace Alex with Benetrix. Post time for Game 7, just about 7 minutes away. Good luck. CS can't tell you what specifically happened because I don't know what specifically happened. I just know that it was looking stiff, pain in his neck or upper back, was playing stiff. Then after that last point, tried to play through it, came off the court. Even though I saw that question go to Andrew, I can tell you that the Cyclones and the Fireballs are playing.
Tonight, Battle Corps. So. I spent some time, well, yesterday, using ChatGPT, which I never use. I'm not an AI guy.
I have, neither have I. I'd say the last 2 months I have tinkered with it.
So the thing that I found it very useful for is like numbers and equations, because it's really good at, I mean, it can do all the math and the code just in its seconds. Because there were 729 possible playoff outcomes. Even though we have only 6 Battle Court game days left, there were 729 possible outcomes still. So they did that up pretty quickly for us. Some of the results, it's interesting.
First of all, did it start off by asking you what is highlight? I know that it didn't, because I know that some folks have put some questions in there.
Yeah.
It's been interesting.
We just kept it simple. We just told them the league, the standings, the team, the point structure, just told them how it worked. These are the remaining game days. These are who plays who. Give us what could possibly happen. I have you can see here on my screen, I have 25 different screenshots of just, one of them is it looks team by team. Yep. How does a win, loss, or tie affect their playoff chances percentage-wise? Because, we could look at the standings that we have.
Yeah.
It doesn't factor in the tiebreaker, doesn't factor in the game days. It doesn't factor in how a team has played this year. This was fascinating because it gave you real numbers to look at. For example, the Chargers play the Devils. If the Chargers win, their chance to make the playoff goes up 24%. If they tie, it goes down to 1%. If they lose, it goes down 23%. That type of stuff. Very, very interesting. Because I've never used AI, never used ChatGPT before, but for math and this type of stuff, it was super interesting and actually gave what I think some pretty useful data. So playoff probabilities, percentage chance to reach the playoffs of the top 4 teams.
Okay.
The Cyclones 100%. The Devils right now were 98.6, which, they're effectively have clinched, but not quite. Renegades 75.8. And then interestingly enough, the Chargers in 4th, 51.3%. The Fireballs are in 5th with 49.9%. And then the Warriors last, 24.3% to make the playoffs. And that's of all the possible 729 outcomes. And that's what it gave us. So we can't do I know is it fully accurate? I guess not. Does it factor in the Cyclones are better, number 1 in the standings? Do they factor that into each game day?
Looks like you need to brush up on some of my skills, Andrew.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because that statistician stuff.
This is unbelievable.
I've never used it for statistics. I have not used it for statistics.
It was just fun. I was looking for stats and stuff to do and find something different. And, I know we don't have it exact, but to just give people an idea of what the playoffs look like, that was all I was going for.
But, with somebody, and I'm not suggesting for one second that Andrew falls into the conspiratorial mindset, because he doesn't, because he really doesn't. And that's not attacking anyone who does. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But with your knack for investigative reporting on subjects, you would be amazed. In some other brick wall, I've come up against a couple of brick walls that I would not have expected to come up. For instance, you can ask it if Andrew Bleckman is a good highlight announcer.
That's crazy.
And it will give you a shockingly thoughtful reply. A shockingly thought. It doesn't just give you a
Did you do that with Stu?
I didn't.
No? Maybe?
Someone did it in front of me, and I was like, hey.
Let's see what it says.
Hey, I don't know that I'm interested in hearing that.
I may have to test that out a little bit later.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
This stuff, I was looking at a scenario map for each team too, and it gives you
it asks you, would you like me to draw a map for you? It's
not a real map, but basically explaining how they
ask you to do.
Sometimes it's crazy, but for what we were looking for, I found it pretty useful. But Mr. Schumann has some great stats also, and I've read up on a little more of those. I have to do more research. It's just so fascinating, Stu, that I haven't gotten down to the meat of it yet. But Mr. Schumann's on to something. Game 7 in the high 5 closing up here.
Ball tip, point 2. Receiving, white shirts, post 3. Ichibide and Gallo. Gallo from the forehand. Great catch by Nicholas. Gonaga on the catch. Hard throw to the inside. Robote forehand. What a catch by Ichibide. He blasts that back to the inside. Great save by Gallo. He clears the overhead screen. Here's a backhand by Nicholas. Gallo comes over the top. Cut off by Gonaga. Gallo advances, take that in the air. Backhand split placement does not work. Caught in the air. Oh, what a snag by Gallo. Robote, left side by Ichibide to the inside. Big bounce, stopped by Nicholas. Robote left side, low and inside. This one picked up by Gonaga. Gonaga hard from the costado. That scores. Well played by all 4 players, point 2. 2 with 2 points. Here's post 4, the green shirts. Substituting for Alex, late scratch, is Benetrix in the front court with Julian in the back. Here's a backhand by Nicholas again. Caught by Julian. Robote forehand to the inside. Caught in the air by Gonaga. Julian to 12 line. Julian backs up, takes that on the bounce. Long carom is in and scores, point 4. Black shirts at post 5 receive. Rutia and Cabrera. Rotate left side to the inside. Julian makes the catch. Beautiful catch by Cabrera. Big backhand. Caught by Julian at the 12. Backhand by Benetrix. Cabrera. Julian over the top. Caught. Oh, tipped at the 7 line. Point 4. Forward 2 points. Here's post 6. Goes Sherry and Ben. Benetrix chases that to the outside. What a scoop by Gaucheri. Gaucheri's backhand 2-all. Caught the pad. Point 4. Pink shirts, post 7. Iñaki and Unda. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirts, post 8. Etcheberry and Benny. Point 7. Seven with 2 points. Here's post 1. Lalu and Arat. Here's the backhand by Arat. Iñaki's there. Ball tipped deep in the backcourt, point 1. White shirts at post 3. Iturbide and Gallo receive. Great catch by Arat. Iturbide picks that up on the bounce. Placement inside, caught the top of the pad, point 1. 4 points for the 1 team, receiving the blue post 2. Gonaga Nicholas. Robote save in the front court. Powerful throw. Arat makes the save. Cortada stopped and returned by Arat. Arat makes a save on the Robote. Nicholas now from the backhand at the 13 line. Robote by Lalu. Nicholas is there. Karat's fine catch, sends it deep. Two-wall attempt, caught the pad. Point two. Two with 4 points. Serving to post 5. Urrutia and Cabrera. Beautiful catch by Cabrera off the wall. Nicholas is there. Rotate forehand by Urrutia. Powerful, powerful forehand by Urrutia. Cabrera calls for the catch. Backhand. Robote left side by Goenaga. He makes a save. Urrutia steps in. Split placement caught in the air by Goenaga. Great catch by Cabrera. Nicholas is there. Backhand from the 12. That ball's on the wall. Goenaga makes the save. Urrutia. Powerful forehand. Passing. Robote to the outside. That's out. Point 5. 5 with 2 points. Here's post 6. Go Sherry and Ben. Over serve, point 6. Benetrix and Julian receive. Robote by Gaucheri, put right to the inside. My oh my, Benetrix comes cross court. Ben is there. 11 line. Scoop by Gaucheri. Julian from the forehand, picked up by Ben. Benetrix again, backhand from the 8. Point 4. Possible game point. Green shirts post 4. Benetrix and Julian trying to stop them. Etcheberry and Benning. Julian powerfully from the left side. Robote coming out. Point 8. Eight with 2 points. Here's post 7. Iñaki and Unda. Etcheberry on the catch. 2-all. Opens and scores. 0.8. Four points for the 8 team. Receiving. White up post 3. Iturbide and Gallo. Powerful, powerful backhand by Benny. Robote comes out to the 6 line. Turned on the forehand of Iturbide. What a catch by Iturbide. Quick release at the side wall. Catch by Etcheberry on the outside. Powerful forehand scoop by Iturbide. Inside placement stopped by Etcheberry. Etcheberry powerfully from the Costavo. He scores. 0.8. 6 points for the 8 team. Possible game point for Etcheberry and Benny trying to stop them. Lalu and Aratz. Robote forehand, sent back. Aratz is there. Backhand. What a catch by Benny in the corner. Oh, that one took off and hit the overhead screen. 0.1. Possible game point, red shirts, post 1. Lalu and Aratz. Receiving, the blue post 2. Great catch by Nicholas at the sidewall. Powerful backhand follows. Robote forehand fired by Lalu, caught by Nicholas. Robote forehand save by Goenaga. Lalu lets it pass. Aratz to the inside. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Point of game, post 1. Lalu and Aratz. 8 places, 4 shows. 1-8-4, unofficial order finish 4. Game 7. My, oh my. I hear a little sound of discontent. Wouldn't you agree, Andrew?
Maybe more than a little.
Slight.
Slight.
1-8-4 is now the official order finish 4. Game 7. $2 Quinella 1-8, $99.60. Trifecta 1-8-4, 318 even. $2 wager on one to win, $10.20. A high five, 8-4-2-5-1, 3 of 5 numbers returning $52.90. Don't forget that the high five will be forced out in a mandatory payout on the last day of the meet. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, game number 8, Spectacular 7. Spectacular 7. Singles match, played 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There is a scratch. We had a late scratch of Alex. Game 8, post 7. Scratch Alex, replace Alex with Iñaki. Game 8, post 7. Scratch Alex, replace Alex with Iñaki. Post time for game 8. 4 minutes away. Good luck. Jatna, always good to see you in the chat. You know, Jatna, I have to say that there's a lot of pride. Not that I personally take, because obviously, you know, I don't know him, but the fact that, you know, how he became an organic fan of the sport and then continued from us into traditional highlight and provides really thoughtful commentary in on Tiger's board. I mean, that's good to see, because I mean, you know, Tiger's board does require freshening every now and then, as opposed to the same guys, you know. And I know I know they all take statins. I know they're all on statins for cholesterol. I mean, that's one thing I can say almost for sure. Not all of them, but that the majority of them have. I'm guessing some have a couple stints. Few may be on blood thinners. My point being that it's not the new generation of highlight fans that are on Tiger's board. So when someone does come new to it, switch please. 5, 6, 7, 8. So when someone does come new to it and really gets into it, like of course there's Nate with Battle Court, and you know that was just tremendous to learn. And dementia. Well, you said dementia, Jat, and I didn't. You said dementia. I did not. I don't know that there's anyone actively with dementia. I know there's a few demented comments in there. No question about that. So Jatna just provided some very thoughtful commentary. I appreciate.
Well, we got Battle Court coming up tonight. You mentioned it. It will be the Cyclones and Fireballs. Beginning with Hyro and Stan against Joseph and Ikeda. Then Inaki and Manu will take on Arutia and Arat. Then back in Division 6, with Robin and Stan against Joseph and Cabrera. Then we'll move to singles, Hyro against Lalu. Back to doubles with Inaki and Unda against Arutia and Cabrera. And then the finale singles, Division 1, Manu against Arats. Those will be the 6 matches in order tonight when the Cyclones take on the Fireballs. Let's see what this nifty sheet says. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna see what
nifty sheet?
What AI says about the Fireballs today.
And
so
point taken about AI is designed to engender itself too. We get that.
For sure. So let's see this. Oh, it's the wrong sheet. All right. Fireballs, game 1, because they played twice down the stretch here. So 49.9% chance to make the playoffs with a win tonight. That only jumps to 60%. With a tie today, it drops to like 48.8, and with a loss, again, doesn't really drop them all too much either. So the Fireballs, I mean, what that kind of tells you too is there's just so much that has to happen after them that, I mean, getting the points tonight, like, yeah, that'll help them out. They'll give them a little more security, but there's still other teams. You got the Chargers. We'll have 3 game days. And still, it's just a win today. You need it, but no points, again, doesn't really hurt them all too much. Of course, that depends what will happen Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday. So when we come back next week, there'll be a whole nother lot of information. And then we'll have a really good sense of who might make the playoffs at that point. Because when we get to next Tuesday, it'll only be 2 game days left. So we'll really, at that point, Stu, we'll have a pretty good look at it. So with that, let's begin game number 8. Close out the Pelota performance.
Time to begin our 8th and final game of the day. Spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Up first and serving is Nicholas, who just tried to hit Manu with the ball, I think, on purpose, intentionally trying to hurt him. Yep, I think so. Receiving the blue post 2, Manu. Nicholas serves. We begin. Forehand rebote by Nicholas. Rebote by Manu. Nicholas will take it on the bounce. Scoop by Manu. Backhand to the outside will score. Point 2. White shirt, post 3. Arats receives. There's the backhand by Arats. Rebote forehand by Arats. Kicks up and passes. Manu on the rebote. It's a 2-all. Sharply thrown. Arats gets there. Returns the carom to score. Well done. Point 3. Green shirt, post 4. Gaucheri receives. Two all. Opens and scores. Point 3. Black shirt at post 5, Iturbide. Point 5. Yellow shirt at post 6, Urrutia. Django 51, I think you're asking, is a rebote. Think of rebote as rebound. So if the ball passes both players, point to the 5. If the ball passes both players, hits the back wall, either on the fly or after bouncing once, and it comes off the back wall, it has to be caught and thrown in one motion. That's a rebote. Pink shirt at post 7, Iñaki receives. And in highlight terminology, the rebote is also the name of the back wall. Long 2-all, beautifully executed by Iñaki to score. Point 7. Purple at post 8, Douglas. A hard serve by Inaki. Nice return by Douglas. Backhand. Rebote for Douglas. Wall to wall from the right side. Rebote by Douglas to the inside. Iñaki's there. Backhand. Douglas makes the save. 2-all to score. Point 7. 7 with 2 points. We've completed the first round of play. Matchups. We're 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, red at post 1. Nicholas. Point 1. One with 2 points. Here's post 2. Manu. Why would that be? That's there are no such things. You're new to it. This court is 120 feet, wall to wall. There's the backhand by Manu. Outside placement is wide, point 2. Two with 3 points. Here's post 4. Gushiri. This is what is sometimes referred to as the short court version of highlight, 36 meters, recognized by the International Association of all the international associations of ball sports. Long court versions range from 150 feet to over 200-foot courts. Point 4. Receiving in the white shirt at post 3, Arats. Long Costado will score for Urrutia. Well thrown, point 6. Receiving black shirt, post 5. Iturbide. The court here width, we should know, but like the playing area is 30 some odd feet. Beautiful scoop by Iturbide behind the 10 line. Backhand follows. Rabote. There's a catch by Iturbide. Iturbide hard to the inside. Scoop by Urrutia. Powerful backhand. Clears the overhead screen. Iturbide hard to the inside. Scoop by Urrutia. Powerful forehand. Caught in the air by Iturbide. Ball tipped. Point 5. 5 of 4 points. Here's post 8. Douglas. When we move, the court will be longer. Approximately 2 meters longer. 2 meters equating to about 6 feet. 2-all with soft touch. Stop by Douglas. Douglas grabs that. Puts it back in play. Another 2-all. Oh! Did you break Douglas? Is Douglas broken? Okay, 0.5. Iturbide has 6 points and a possible game point. Trying to stop him, Iñaki. Two all perfectly executed by Iturbide to score. Beautifully thrown. Point of game, post 5. Iturbide. No playoff here. 4 places, 2 shows. Unofficial order finish 5, 4, 2. Your prices will be up in a moment. And the results are official. Coming in first, post 5, Iturbide. Taking second, post 4, Gaucheri. Coming in third, post 2, Manu. 5, 4, 2, the official order finish for game 8. There are your prices. $2 quinella, 4, 5, $35. 50-cent trifecta, 5, 4, 2, $349.55. Our late pick 3, 5, 1, 5, 2 of 3 numbers returning $55. Look at that win. What'd you guys think? Iturbide had like a broken leg or something? $2 on 5 to win, returning $73.80? Wow. Someone either paying attention or many sleeping on that win. That was interesting. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Tuesday afternoon performance of Live Highline, the Magic City on the Highline channel. We're glad that you chose to join us today and invite you to join us again at 5 p.m. for Battle Court when the Cyclones will take on the Fireballs, a very important game day. On behalf of the players, staff, and management of Battle Court Highline LLC, the World Highlight League, indeed all of us behind the scenes, we thank you for joining us and hope to see you for Battle Court. Don't forget, we're back on Thursday, 1:30 p.m. post time for Pelota. If you care to talk to us, you only got 2 more days to do it in the chat before we take a long, long, long break. Have a good day, everyone.